I am going to wash my bike today. It's just going to be a quick little wash. It's a wash I do whenever I can. It's more of a whenever kind of thing when you just want to get your bike a little prettied up. It's not a full like cleaning because we don't have time for that, and the weather is not helping. So today is one of the best days, at least this week, to wash my bike. And I try to get at least the last bike cleaning in before it starts getting even colder. So, and also, not to mention, a couple weeks ago, I went with a friend on a little trip and my bike got like white mud on it, or not white mud, white dust on it. And it does not look very pretty, I've got to say. First off, you take everything off your bike because you can't wash it if everything's on it. And some things really can't get wet because once they get wet, they might get moldy, they might get nasty. So I'm gonna take off like my phone holder, my light. I'm gonna take off the rack in front also because I don't know if it should be getting soapy and watery and whatever other stuff. Also, that way it can get a really good clean. Taking everything off will help expedite it and make it so much easier. I'm also going to take off all the bags and everything that's on the bike that I need all the time. I'm going to take it off because I don't need all that stuff on there when I'm attempting to wash this bike. I really like this one too because it's easy to put back on and it's very small and does its job. Okay. I'm also going to reattach fenders and put a bike rack on. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to need to start with a brand new canvas. I'm going to need to wipe it down and clean it down really well just so I can start all over again. I really recommend using a gentle soap. I use this one I found on sale, which is highly rated on Amazon, and I so far like it. I just put a little bit into a spray bottle and then fill the rest with water, and it's lasted me a couple washes from the dollar store. And then this I got, it's just a spray bottle, basically. Let's get to it. First off, you gotta protect the sensitive bits before you spray. So the sensitive bits are like the lower bracket and everything that's down there. Just try to not get any of your soap in there because that will mess up your bike. It's really important to just make sure that the soap gets everywhere else on the frame, anywhere else that you see gunky. I would also skip the degreaser unless your chain is looking gross and nasty. I would definitely skip that. If you are cleaning that chain because it's skunky and nasty and has a lot of mud stuck in there, which I do recommend you cleaning now before you get like all that winter stuff on, spray the frame first with the soap. Then tackle the chain with a dedicated degreaser. Wipe it down.
I forgot.
After you're done, dry it like you mean it. So I wipe it down extra, make sure there's no wet spots at all. That will damage your chain, rust it up like crazy. So if my chain rusted from a little bit of snow or water or whatever, I would not risk my bike frame rusting. Once your bike frame rusts, I don't even know what you do. You'd probably get a new bike, I would think. When you ride in the winter, make sure you dry it. If your bike has a lot of like condensation or whatever from the winter riding, from the cold, from the snow, from the rain, wipe it down because it helps. And I saw some tips. Some people actually have a designated handheld type of dryer that like dries it with colder or room temperature air, do that. The times I haven't, I've regretted it. So it's a little thing. Only on the days that are like really bad and you feel like your bike is still looking a little wet from the weather or whatever, make sure that's dry. Don't let it sit. Now it's time to grease it up again. So put some lube on it, and I highly recommend using lubricant because last year I tried wax. And let me just say, I don't know if that's the reason, but the chain rusted over and I didn't know that was gonna happen or could happen. I ended up having to take it to the bike shop because I didn't know what I was doing. Save yourself from going to the bike shop for dumb reason. Lubricate your chain. Also, I use wet lube. The wet lube is good for wet environments, so it's my favorite, whether it be rain or winter slush and water or snow. Wet lube will help. And while you're washing, make sure you check for any wear, any damage, anything else, because it's the right time and you're right about to get into the winter months, into the winter riding. Just make sure you're prepared. You don't want anything to happen, any damage or whatever when you're riding in the winter, or if you happen to ride in ice. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment if you have any tips for me, anything that can help me make my winter ride a lot easier, and or other viewers. I will be glad to share it in the future videos. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.